Good morning, family. I'm just here to give you some morning encouragement, okay? Joshua 18:1-3 says, the whole assembly of the Israelites gathered at Shiloh and set up the tent of meeting there. The country was brought under their control, but there were still 7 Israelite tribes who had not yet received their inheritance. So Joshua said to the Israelites, how long will you wait before you begin to take possession of the land that the Lord, the God of your ancestors, has given you? Okay? God said, how long are you going to wait? Right? The first step is believing what he said he's going to give you. The second part is you actually going out, acting on the promise. Okay? Faith without works is dead. You can't just sit there and believe and think God is going to bring to your doorstep what he promised you, right? Once you believe, you got to get up and start taking action towards what you believe in, okay? And once you start taking action, God will help you along the way. But the part of believing is showing God through action that you believe what he said he's going to give you. And this is what God is showing us through his word in Joshua 18. When Joshua said, okay, God has already given you this land. Why are you just sitting here? Like, what are you waiting on? Why haven't you gone and got your land that God gave you? Why are you still sitting here? He said, go get some people and go check out the land. See what you got to do to get your land. But why are you just sitting here? Sitting here is not going to get you what God promised you. And I know sometimes, we think God is like a genie, right? Like, we say what we want and poof, it's just going to appear there. It don't work like that. Right? God is all powerful, so he's going to move the mountains when you get there, but he's not going to bring it to you. It's not just go poof in your house. It's just not going to poof in front of you. You're just not going to poof into position. Right? He told Joseph he would rule, and Joseph did rule, but he didn't poof into being a ruler. He had to go through training. Right? He ruled the castle for a little bit. Then he went to jail. He was a slave. All of that came together to make him a great ruler. Right? David, God told him he would be king. He didn't poof into being king. He had to go through some things first. He had to defeat some lions and bears that helped him defeat Goliath, right? And then he had to deal with Saul. All of that helped him become a great king, right? So when God tells us that he has something for us, he's not going to just poof it in front of us or poof us into whatever he told us he's going to give us. He's going to prepare us for it so that we can have it for a long time. It says David was king for like 40 years. Moses, he was a king for 40 years before his wife's dad imprisoned him in their basement for like 10 years. And he survived because she was coming down there sneaking him food. And after a while, she convinced her daddy to let him go. And they got married. Right? So when God gave you something he wanted to last, he go prepare you for it. So when you start taking action, that is you getting prepared for the position, you getting prepared, right, for the blessing. And you can't get prepared if you don't get up and move, if you don't get up and take action. I know it can be scary, right? I know sometimes it can feel overwhelming. You don't know where to start. But as my friends tell me all the time, one step at a time. Just start doing one thing at a time towards where God told you he was going to take you. And as you go, he will feed you information. Like, it will just come to you on how to keep moving forward. Or ask him. I do it all the time. I'll be like, okay, we made it to this point, God. Where do I go next? Talk to God. Yeah, talking to God is going to help you so much. Like, really talking to him. Not just asking for stuff, but really talking to him. Okay, this is our plans. Right? I've done this. Okay, so what is our next step? Do you need me to do this? Do you need me to change this? How can I improve here? Right? So I read that and I wanted to share the message with whoever sees this video that you got to get up. I know that bed feel comfortable because, you know, when my alarm clock go off at 4:30 a.m., I'm like, can I snooze it for another hour or 2 or 3? But if you want what God promised you, you're going to have to get up. And you're going to have to put in some work. All right. I love y'all. Have a great day.